So, Steve, I've got a question for you now for us to shoot the breeze about. So, where does Menable sit as regards the levels of an organisation? Where's Menable actually going in at?
Well, 100% in the organisation from the top, from the absolute top. You know, our ambassadors and people who've stepped forward to want to represent and work with us are nearly all people from a middle management or junior management position, because they recognize the need and they can see that something needs to change. But in order to do that and affect that, Menable 100% needs to start from the top with a pledge from the CEO or the managing director.
I can completely agree with that. How easy do you think that is to do, though, as an organisation?
Well, we like a challenge, because we don't think it is going to be that easy. This is about mindsets, and you know, the industry is geared up for mass production and the achievement of objectives and targets, and the CEOs and MDs and people like that are the people who are at the top of organizations, you know, leading that results driven culture. So it is about getting on board those people in the industry who have a commitment to saying, yeah, the well-being of our team is the organization's responsibility, and that sits with the CEO.
It absolutely does. It's a duty of care, really, isn't it? It's not just a position and a title and a salary. It's a duty of care
Yeah.
for people. And I think that, you know, the things that I foresee as perhaps challenges is that it, like you say, it's a mindset shift, and it's actually very difficult to sit and question your own leadership style and approach. And we will be asking leaders to hold a mirror up to themselves and ask those difficult questions of themselves and each other. That's not going to be an easy process. Sometimes that's going to be a challenging conversation. That's going to involve some pushback, because people are going to want to defend their, you know, the way things tick in their organizations and their industries, and whether they actually have a part in that. And you know what, the analogy that springs to mind for me on this is that we all complain about the traffic, but what we fail to recognize when we're complaining about being in that traffic is that we are part of that traffic ourselves.
Yeah, 100% know what you mean with that. Yeah. Yeah, we moan about the school traffic, but we still leave home at 8:15 in the morning and expect it not to be there.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. And we touched on in a previous Menable moment, we talked about you know, rooms full of middle managers who don't want to be there. Now, to put that into context a bit further, I think that dynamic changes if the CEO and MD are fully behind this, are leading it and driving it within the business, and the message is absolutely clear. This is not a training course. This is not a tick box exercise. This is about understanding the change in culture in our business. And these aren't massive changes. These are just about being empathetic, compassionate, and having humility and showing understanding for the people around you.
Completely agree with that. It's, you know, it's a journey, and it's probably a long one, but actually those micro interactions they're not overly difficult. They are certainly doable.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what we're there for, to help them with that.
You're right, we are.